Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a review to Lie to Me, which is a TV series that aired for 3 seasons. It's about a guy called Carl Lightman, who's the world's leading deception expert who studies facial expressions and involuntary body language to expose the truth behind lies. So he's basically a human lie detector. But before I get into my review, hello to Tess, hello to Grace, who haven't watched the show, but we'll hear at the end whether they might be interested in watching it. So I should say that the show has ended, so there's no more unless if it gets a reboot or renewal sometime down the line. It's been quite a few years. But I watched the show earlier this year and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to give you my honest review on Lie to Me. But before you get my review, please make sure to like and subscribe. So this show actually made me quite anxious about my facial expressions. I'm not going to lie. Because Carl Lightman really does get to see, like, he just zones in one person and he can just tell whether they're lying, whether they're hiding something. He can literally tell anything, and it kind of just made me think, like, oh my god, like, am I too expressive? Can people just tell, like, when I'm like,
Lying?
yeah, when I'm lying? Yeah, but yeah, it really does make you aware, I guess. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, he's definitely got this brilliant, this amazing gift, which he's actually taken years and years to study and develop his skills in it, and it's amazing. We get to see like the different plot lines and stuff, and like how he uses it to sometimes like solve crimes or even other issues and stuff. So it's amazing, and I can't think of like any other show that's really like done this sort of theme sort of thing about like someone who studies facial expressions and body language and like sees what is the truth. But yeah, Carl is a really cool character. He has a daughter called Emily. It's weird because Emily too. Hello. And you really do get to see like how tough it is having a father who literally knows everything. So she like tries to get away with stuff, but he knows. Like if she was to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going out" or something, and he's like, "Are there going to be any boys?" He would be able to know because her facial expressions would like give that away. So it shows like how difficult it is. Yeah, he also has a relationship with Gillian, who he works with, and it was really nice seeing their relationship like develop over the course of the show. But yeah, definitely loads of different characters. I've got to say that there was a character who I didn't really like. There were times when I did like her and I didn't mind her, but for most of it, I just found her quite annoying, which sounds horrible, but her name's Ria. She is also a deception expert, but instead of having to like train and develop that gift, she has that naturally, which is why she and Lightman are sort of like at odds end with each other because he's sort of like, how can she really know all of that without even like having practiced and stuff? But yeah, there's also another character who we see for some of the show, and his name's Ben Reynolds, and he's part of the FBI, and he sort of joins Cal's group to like help solve cases and stuff. And he's you would think like an FBI agent would be sort of they wouldn't take risks, they'd be like they would stick to the book, but we really do see like at the beginning they're sort of like hesitant with each other, but they sort of become friends and they sort of like take risks together. I'm not going to say what sort of risks because I want you to watch the show and I don't want to spoil it because that would be horrible. But yeah, I definitely wish we had seen more of him because I don't think we got to see enough of him for sure. Yeah, I think so. It's 3 seasons, so every single like episode sort of goes into a different case or like plot line or storyline or something, and it's really interesting because you get to just see like how Lightman and the group like sort of figure out and solve issues. So like there's sometimes like there was one about a money box, and it was like blowing up people. So it was like this big in a mall, some people got like, it literally killed like dozens of people who were like in a mall. And it was just this tiny little money box. And we get to see like how they actually solve that crime, because that's like a really serious crime, because it's literally killed so many people. And it's these people who don't even realize they have it, who have the money boxes. So yeah, I think it's definitely very different storylines. Like there's crime stuff, and there's also, you do get to see a bit of stuff about Lightman himself and like his past and stuff. We also get to see his ex-wife as well. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might have really liked the show because I'm a massive House fan, and House from House MD, no one swear, which I will actually do a reaction or a review to sometime soon, because I love it. So I've got to. Anyway, not about House, but I feel like they're both quite similar. So I think that is probably why I really actually enjoyed the show, because they sort of have that sort of sarcastic and also that sort of like I'm always right sort of mentality. So I think that might have been why I liked it. But yeah, there's also some humor as well, which is really good. And that is also another common thing with House MD. Like House is like really funny. So yeah, I think it's definitely a show that I was a bit hesitant to watch, because I was like, oh, it seems a bit weird. But once you get going, you do get going. Like you want to know, like, what does that facial expression mean? What does that maybe like that little bit of an eyebrow arch like mean? Like what does that show? Like does that show like someone's lying or something? Like it really does make you think. But yeah, so like I said, the show's finished. Like that was it. It stopped after 3 seasons, and I don't know, would I want it to be brought back? I don't know. Like I didn't hate the show or anything. I think it ended it at a good point. I wouldn't mind it if it was brought back for more seasons, unless sorry, I wouldn't mind it if there were interesting cases, because there needs to be something that hooks me into. But yeah, I think it's definitely a show that people should give it a go. And if anybody's watched House MD, then perhaps maybe try watching this, because you might like it, like I did. But yeah, it's definitely really cool, like just to see like how small little things, like a small facial expression or just like moving to the side or something, like what that sort of like symbolizes, and how you can like get some sort of meaning or truth out of that. Yeah. What do you guys think? Does it sound like something you guys would watch maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah,
It's
and it
like,
does.
the fiction or non-fiction?
Well, the cases are fiction, but it's set in a modern world.
Mm-hmm.
It's set in 21st century. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the sounds of it, it just sounds really interesting, and it sounds to me like it kind of reminds me of a little bit of Sherlock, like someone uses their own intelligence to solve crimes, and that's kind of like the whole theme of like crime drama shows, like people just using their own special skills, and this sounds something I would like to get interested in. Yeah. So yeah, do you think that might be a little like a reboot of the show, and would you watch it?
I don't think
Like,
so. I think from what I could see was that it started off really good, but like with any show, like over time it started to go a bit down. And I sort of had that feeling too. So after season 2, after a little bit, I sort of had that feeling like it was heading down. But at the same time, I still was quite intrigued. Like I still liked Lightman. And yeah, I don't think it will have a reboot. I don't think there will be a season 4 or anything. But if it does happen, I wouldn't mind giving it a go, but we'll see whether it's worth watching after that. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Not for me.
Great.
Grace?
Where was the question? Sorry, I didn't.
Anything else? Or
No. I mean, from what you
It's not
said,
too
it sounds
well.
like it is a very creative and very entertaining show. So might add it on my list. And yeah,
glad to hear that. I've convinced two people, Tess as well, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Because why not?
yeah.
Thank you, Tess. I was waiting for that. I was like trying to incorporate that into there. But
Anything
yeah,
anything you want to say, Emily?
no, I guess that's the end of my review for the TV series Lie to Me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the series and whether you'd want a revival. So make sure to leave a comment down below, and please give this video a like and subscribe to show your support for our channel, which we appreciate. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our content, especially upcoming reviews and reactions on other shows like House, like I mentioned before, and tons more. And also check out our existing ones. So have a look at our reactions playlist and our reviews playlist. We've done so many already, but like I said before, let us know down below if there are any that you want in particular or any shows that you want to recommend to us. But till then, it's bye from all of us here at Three Huts. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.